morning all of you. Myself Gaurav Rawat, along with me is Smriti, Khanna and Ankit, Sharma and Mr. Animesh, Ranjan. We are here on the topic market segmentation, many features and types of segmentation. The presentation outline is we are taking from market, what is market, the criteria for market segmentation. Now what is market? Market is all people. For which the companies make their products, position their products. Now what these people are? These are not just any people. These are the potential customers who are having particular similar needs and wants and who might be willing to exchange it to satisfy their needs. In short, we can say these are the people who are willing to buy, having the purchasing power and authority to buy. Yeah. Now what is market segmentation? Our market is a heterogeneous mixture of customers. Different customers having different needs. Now in market segmentation, what we are trying to do is we are trying to divide this heterogeneous market into subgroups which are homogeneous, so that we can position our products and strategies for them. It's very important that here we are dividing the consumer, not the product, neither the price. Once the market is subgrouped, then we are positioning our product in it. Regarding the segments overview, how the segments goes focused and goes narrows down. It's all about mass marketing, product variety marketing, target marketing, niche marketing, individual marketing, and ultimately to the personal level, that is customization. Now in mass marketing, what the company is doing is companies are making product and it giving it to the market. It's all mass marketing. In Big Bazaar, if you take the products, Big Bazaar is a supermarket which is having all the products. It keeps it and customers are there to choose. Similarly, you can take Parle-G. Parle-G is also there in the market. It has not changed since long, and it's there in mass. It's in bulk. So that's the mass marketing. Then comes the product variety marketing. In product variety marketing, company thinks that customer wants variety. Still, the company has not gone into segments. Company is providing different varieties of its product. You can take Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola in India, it launched normal Coke, Coke Diet Coke, as well as Coke Zero, but Coke Zero didn't work, so they've taken it off from the market. Then comes the target marketing. Now here the point comes when we divide the market into segments and then we choose a particular segment and position our product. This HDFC Standard Life Insurance is one of the example. It takes all the retiree people who are there and for their, it's the pension plan for them.
You are actually talking something which is not relevant to you. This is for target marketing students, market targeting students.
I'm taking the segments, okay. The niche, individual and customization. Right. Now why market segmentation? Why companies goes for market segmentation? It's because once the market is subgrouped, it comes into homogeneous form, then it becomes very easier to analyze the potential and actual customers. Then comes the assessment of the demand potential. The assessment of demand potential is very specific and very, I'll say, accurate. In heterogeneous market, it's not possible. And better matching of customer needs, easier identification of competing products. Once your market is decided, you got to know what are the competing products in that market, and accordingly you position your product. Specific product positioning is always there. Also, the more important thing is the customer communication. Once the market becomes your homogeneous market, then you are very specific to which customer group to target and how to communicate with them. And also the specific allocation of resources happens once the market is subgrouped. Now very important is the costing points when the marketing segmentation is happening. It definitely increases the resource consumption. The company's resource consumption increases as the market segmentation increases. Now the point is, what is our the benefit out of it and the efficiency of it? We have to take care of that. What resources we are giving in for the market segmentation and what is the output. That also sometimes narrow segmentation can impact brand loyalty. The brand shifting occurs. Sometimes customers also get confused when we are not having very clear-cut market segmentation. Narrow segmentation may cause product market fracturing and cannibalization. Now, my colleague Mr. Ankit will take forward regarding the process. Good morning. As Gaurav has already told you that it is the consumers who is segmented, not the product or not the price. So basically, the fight is to take out the homogeneous consumers from the heterogeneous market. So the segmentation starts from selection of the base for segmentation. Means we have to select a particular base on which we have to divide the whole market. Like it can be in the form of geography. The consumers have to be divided in the form of demography, or their psychology, or their behavior.
Then comes the selection of the segment descriptors. It is basically the variables on which the base has to be divided. Or we can also say that it means finding out a hypothetical link between the variables of the bases. Then comes sample design. A sample design is done to find out the characteristics of the base which we have segmented. Then data collection is done to find the data. Once the data is collected, then it is divided into various categories to form the market segments. Once the formation of the segment is done by dividing the data into categories, various statistical measures like regression method are used to establish a basic profile of the segment, that what all things will a segment include. Then markets can be segmented on the basis of geography, demography, psychography and behavior of the customers. I'll be explaining the geography part of the market segmentation. Geography is basically dividing a market according to their geographical areas, be it city, state or countries. Geographical segment is also done on the basis of the natural terrain of the countries or places or the climate. Like we can see that in geographical segmentation, it can be done on the basis of natural terrain. Urban and rural market can be divided up. North and south of a particular place. Like in India, we can see that the market demand in the north is completely different from that in the south. Then comes the sea coast and the interior areas, warm area and cold area, high humidity areas and dry areas. Like we can see in this slide that media has also used segmentation according to the languages of the different parts of the country. Like Star Bangla has been used for West Bengal, Star Maza has been used for Marathi customers in the Maharashtra, Punjabi has been issued for Punjabi has been set up for the Punjabi customers. Then comes Nescafe. Nescafe has segmented its market into Nescafe Nescafe Mocha, Irish Cream, Milano, Dolce Gusto, and it has 91 different tastes on which it has segmented its market. Then comes Volkswagen. When Volkswagen comes to India, it sells German engineering, handling, solidity, innovation, safety and state of art and technology. But when it goes back to Germany, it sells sturdiness and style. Now, as you can see in this slide, that the packaging and the flavor of a product is based upon the geographical areas. Like Pepsi launched Shiso, which was a cucumber flavor in Japan, and we can also see the bottle of Pepsi in that in India and in Japan. It is completely different. The packaging of the containers is also different according to the geography. Then comes the breakfast menu of McDonald's. The taste and preferences of the customers and the eating habits change with the geographical areas. Like we cannot expect an Indian to have such a big hamburger in the morning in his breakfast. But when it comes to Japan, Japanese have a habit to eat very heavy food in the morning. So the menu differs. Then comes segmentation of the geographical market according to urban and rural market. Onida has launched IGO television for the rural market. When it comes to urban market, like the standard of living, income and preferences of the people are different from that of the rural market. In urban markets you can find fast food joints, chain stores, but when it comes to rural market, the preference is yet the dhabas. Still down. Then geography.
Do you remember Newport jeans?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What was special about that?
Price.
What was special about that? That was first tailored to jeans. I hope you remember. A pack of the jeans was available with the zipper and the stitches and all. And tailors were trained across in India to sell that particular thing.
Then comes the segmentation according to the region, means the northern and the southern part. Like you can see that the South Indians have a tendency to use more of the talcum powder, more of the leather and woolens are sold in the Kashmir as compared to the southern region of India. Now, as we can see that still the preference of the customers in the south is coffee, but when it comes to north, the people still say vata, means the preference goes to the tea market. The high humidity and dry areas means one can survive, like in India we can survive in coolers, but when it comes to Dubai, one needs to have AC. Like I have explained to you that climate has also an impact on the geographic segmentation. On the geographic segmentation, as we see come to the northern part like Canada, Ontario, Switzerland and Russia, the leather and the woolens are much in demand there. But when it comes to coastal areas like Singapore, Thailand, the preference comes to cotton market. This is a case study which we will discuss if the time permits us.
Good morning. I'm going to be talking about demographic segmentation. Now, what exactly is demographic segmentation? Now, basically dividing the consumers on the basis of age, income, gender, occupation, education, and the stage in family lifestyle. Let's talk about age. Now, many firms are going to identify market segments on the basis of age. That is, you're designing the products to meet a specific need of a particular age group. For example, baby food for the kids and walking aids for the elderly. Now, let's take an example of the young children. Their age group would be 0 to 5. What is going to be their basic need? They're going to talk about baby food, which Cerelac provides, then children's wear, leotard, special price, then Johnson & Johnson for diapers, and Lilliput. Let's take another example, school children, age group being 6 to 19. Then their basic requirements would be clothes, sports equipment, mobile phones, etc., cosmetics. Then Lakme, Levi's, Nike, and Reebok, all of them provide these needs. Let's talk about 35 to 49. They're going to be focusing on bigger homes, maybe bigger cars, second cars, furniture, etc. That's why BMW, Mercedes, and say furniture from Julian comes, so on and so forth. Now let's move on to more examples. Pampers basically divides this market for new babies, then toddlers, preschoolers. Horlicks has one for women, that's women's Horlicks, and junior Horlicks for children up to the age of 5. Reebok has Easy Tone for women and Wicked Sweet for girls. Next, we'll be taking up is gender. Now there are so many products that are gender specific, hence you can divide the entire market on the basis of gender. Now examples, Imami has a fair and handsome for men, has a naturally fair for women. Lifebuoy, apart from the regular soap, has a clear skin for women. Titan came up with a specific range exclusively meant for women, that is Titan Raga. Nike has running shoes for men as well as females. Now income, that's our third category. Now some products, since there are so many people, different incomes, different groups, so HUL, Hindustan Unilever, they have Dove for the higher end, Lux for the middle end, Hamam for the lower end. Maruti Suzuki came up with Maruti 800 catering to the needs of lower income groups. Then Maruti Kizashi, which is for the higher groups. Then airline services all across have 3 classes, business classes, first class, business class, and economy classes. Occupation. Now professionals compared to students, compared to other income groups, not income groups, other occupations, they're all going to differ according to their purchasing patterns. So we have Times of India, they have specific economic times catering the needs of all professionals, then education times for all the students. Then Mango has formals as well as casuals catering again to different occupation groups. Education. Now let's say a company is looking for an accountant, they're basically going to focus on all the individuals who have accounting degrees. For example, Naukri.com, it launched first Naukri.com, which was basically for all the graduates, for fresh graduates. So anyone who's done an MBA, anyone who's done MCOM, TSC, anything, they'll all be focusing on exactly that segment. Family life cycle. Now there are different stages in one's life. There's young singles, married, couples who remain childless. Their needs would differ according to what stage in life cycle they
How
are.
many people have seen mother care over there? Can you understand what is that mother care?
Yes.
All the needs of a pregnant mother to the babies up to 10. Everything from the same. How the mother moves in this different cycle stage within that particular thing, everything. I would suggest all the boys and girls, please go and watch that. And this is the level of market